Hey traders, checking in on the stock market today. We're doing a bit of a different angle here. I've got a webinar I'm setting up for in a moment. So the S&P 500 and bulls in general kept complete control, surprising bears a bit. Again, just straight from fear to FOMO as far as the move over the last 2 days. Not establishing a lot of support on the way up, and in true megaphone fashion, V-shaping on this bounce. We've been talking about this megaphone a couple times over the last couple of weeks. So we bounced off this support line. As far as resistance is concerned, this is why I don't love trend lines. If I were drawing it, this is how I would have it. But if I tweak it over 1%, is this still a valid trend line? Yes, it has plenty of touches, and here we are at this resistance. So I had it as breaking above my megaphone resistance line, but you can tweak the line and have us right up at that level right now. Either way, what matters most to me is short term. Look at the 30-minute EMA 12. We could say the entire 2-day bounce, this has been holding support. We've got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times today. Well, 6 times in the last 2 days, holding, keeping complete control for the bulls. So if we're going to see any 4-hour consolidation, we have to lose the 30-minute EMA 12 support. And on the 4-hour, we can see there is tons of space for a higher low. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, as long as bulls hold 4-hour EMA 12, that consolidation is going to be healthy. So at this point, it's now all about the daily trends. Can the bulls confirm daily trend changes? Because we've seen some solid bounces in the past that did not result in trend changes. They resulted in straight lower lows. That was Fed or CPI, I forget which it was, but that was a fundamental reason for the drastic turnaround. So the question is, once we top out, can we hold the low and confirm the daily trend change to have confidence in weekly bounce follow through? Our weekly bounces are underway. It's just a question of, do we trust them or not? And for me to trust this weekly bounce, I need the daily trend change to confirm, to have confidence in follow through. Because what we've been seeing in this bear market is that when the scales tilt, when there's nobody left to short and there's nobody left to sell their longs, and all we have is dip buying and short covering, it happens very quickly. And the question is, once the imbalance, so supply has been outweighing demand of shares, that has now flipped the last 2 days. Once it flips back, does it stay flipped back and we drop to lower lows, or do bulls regain it again? Because the way that it flips, it's almost like a surprise. We got it. The bulls are following through significantly. And then once everybody is aware of the move taking place, oftentimes we top out and roll over with bears taking back over. Again, as I've been saying, this move is different for me. I do trust the bulls more on this move, but I also need that daily trend change to confirm to be truly confident in weekly bounce follow through. But for now, we have bulls aggressively dip buying. Hourly higher low today. Guess what marked the hourly higher low? 5-minute oversold conditions. Right when it hit, that is your sure sign of aggressive dip buying. Futures, when we see 4-hour consolidation, wants to see 15-minute oversold mark the 4-hour higher low. Daily consolidation, bulls want to see hourly oversold mark the daily higher low. These are how the different time frames interrelate with each other, and this is how we get information. My mistake today was playing the bounce for 5-minute oversold conditions, but taking profit too soon and not remembering, oh yeah, leave a runner, because if the hourly uptrend remains intact, then we're going to see a higher high. So that was my takeaway. Overall, not a very eventful day because I headed into today watching for signs of hourly consolidation. I attempted a little top fish on CGC first thing, stopped out with a few penny loss. But other than that, I'm just patiently waiting for pullback that is notable. And there was a decent enough pullback today for bears to have a little bit of a win. They just had to be patient to get there. Almost a 1% pullback, but I need to see daily higher lows are going to be the spot where swing trading bulls are looking for the entry from here. I'd love to see a gap up open to be looking bearish again. And again, I just sit on my hands if I don't get what I'm looking for. If I head into the morning saying, all right, I'm keeping an eye out for a bear entry, and we just see the bulls control all morning with all sectors up at the high of the day, then I just patiently wait. And if I'm looking in the wrong direction, the last thing I want to do is try and make a game plan on the fly. But as far as, the moves over the last 2 days, very easy to be left behind as a bull because, again, it was max fear. I mean, the collapsing institution headlines circulating over the weekend and the bear flags confirming and the low of the close into Friday. So don't beat up on yourself if you missed this bull move. Just establish your game plan of when you're going to be looking to get in at this point. And for me, I'm watching for 4-hour higher lows on our futures charts, on silver, on crypto. I grabbed Bitcoin yesterday as a bit of my anti-FOMO on the bull side of things, but otherwise patient. And really just taking it one day at a time, knowing that bigger picture, we're going to need a lot of work if this is going to be a more convincing bottom. NASDAQ, very similar. A lot of names breaking their high of Wednesday, so breaking the daily lower highs. 4-hour stair step. And it's all about, can bulls confirm the daily trend change? Hourly support level is now going to be key. So we did get a nice little guide here into tomorrow. If bulls hold 279.22, they keep complete control. If we lose that level, we watch for daily consolidation. The dollar, pulling back notably. Look at this weekly EMA 12. It's continued to hold. It's coming into play. Market, commodity, stock bulls are all loving this most recent leg down because we went from potentially holding daily EMA 12 and staying within the possibility of continuation to now there's a high probability that a daily lower high is going to be the most likely result of this bounce. And the metals and miners markets are trying to signal that the dollar top is in. And again, we're watching for monthly consolidation in the dollar. It's going to be inevitable. And it's looking more and more like it's shaping up. I'm not going to get overexcited because I was watching for it last time we tested weekly EMA 12 and bulls kept their control. But this is a good sign to give this much back. Now we just need to confirm the daily downtrend, just like the broader market bulls need to confirm the daily uptrend. Next time we bounce has to result in a lower high and lower low. Semiconductors, solid move up, 209.37. Next resistance from here, SMH divided by QQQ shows us that it is still continuing to see relative strength. QQQ divided by SPY is not leading. And again, I care less about that this time around. And the reason I care less about it is because we knew that if we were going to rally this week, it was going to be led by XLF, XLV, IWM. Why? Talked about it in yesterday's video. We did not confirm the daily bear flags. We held support in all those sectors. They were clearly stronger to end last week. So I am okay that QQQ is not leading the way on this bounce. But SMH, semiconductors seeing significant bull follow through, increasing volume. And again, you're just seeing short-term bears get trapped. Anybody that's gone short in the semiconductor sector in the last week and a half is in the red. So when you see that very quick flip, if you short 5 days ago, you're not getting a lot of follow through, but you're staying, in control. All right, fresh lows, I'm in control. Next thing you know, you blink and 2 days later you're red or stopped out. So it's just a quick pivot that puts pressure on short-term shorts. And the question is, how long does that last? Netflix tightening daily range, a lot of volatility today. We gapped up and saw a lot of weakness. We double bottomed at daily support of 232.85. We held support by 40 cents. And I didn't have my eye on this bounce on the morning, but 15-minute RSI oversold and 5-minute RSI in the teens while the broader market is strong up at the highs. Bulls did a good job defending daily support and keeping us right smack dab in the middle of our tightening daily equilibrium. So 232.85 key support, and bulls need to break 247 to see a clear bull break. Healthcare. Is this a daily trend change? You can definitely say so. Higher low and higher high. Weekly bounce underway. Close at the high of the day. Anything under 131.53 is a weekly lower high. But the hourly uptrend is our short-term guide. When we lose it, we watch our daily higher lows to see if bulls are able to maintain the daily uptrend. But all sectors showing strength today and closing up near their highs, which is showing us the short-term pressure on bears is still high. XLF up at the high, big 2-day move for the sector. 34.64 is our weekly lower high resistance, but a double bottom at our fear lows Notable defense. IWM, double bottom at fear lows. 188.88 is weekly lower high resistance. And these names have more clearly defined daily uptrends than SPY and QQQ. So I need to see SPY and QQQ higher lows, higher highs into mid-October if this move is going to follow through. And if we're going to have people start talking about the bottom being in. Certainly going to be weekly lower highs needing to break for me to be on that train. But one step at a time, still on the daily and the hourly. Lose the hourly uptrends, bears get some follow through, zoom out, scout the daily higher low. If we keep the hourly uptrends, bulls keep complete control, and they can keep this pressure on. Biotech sector, relatively weaker yesterday, but inside bar bull break first thing, playing some catch up today. Again, the biotech sector is potentially shaping up a monthly trend change. We have to get back over 95.18, which is another 15% from where we stand. But growth names did not come close. Most growth names did not come close to hitting lower lows here when SPY and QQQ did. So they are positioned better for a longer term shift in momentum if SPY and QQQ can find a temporary bottom. CCJ, not a ton of follow through today, but it is keeping the hourly uptrend. So from yesterday, we had 27.43, 27.46, low of today, 27.60, 27.63. We're holding supports just barely, but bulls are clearly defending hourly supports by a few pennies each day. We are tightening up here. If we lose the hourly uptrend, we'll zoom out and scout a daily higher low. But for now, hourly higher lows are nice and clear. The VIX weekly consolidation is underway. Another rejection from our 35 to 39 zone. And now we scout a weekly higher low, just like we're watching for weekly lower highs in our sectors. Miners following through. Yet another big green day. Again, just V-shape off the lows. The bottom for the miners was set at peak fear. The chart looked its worst. There was no sign of the bulls whatsoever. And it's just a very quick flip between supply and demand. And that is often how we see bottoms. Go back and look at the 2020 bottom, the 2018, the 2016 bottoms. Granted, they were a lot different. They were fast, hard drops. But when the bottom is found, it's a very quick shift. So do I think the bottom's in for the miners? Certainly the most convincing move yet. Again, we need the daily trend change, but I would say that I'm a lot more confident that the miners' bottom is in, and I'm talking bottom when looking a couple months out. I'm a lot more confident now than I have been at any other point. But I still need that dollar to confirm the daily downtrend and lose weekly EMA 12. How many times have I been talking about the dollar weekly EMA 12 in the last 3 months? That being lost will make me way more confident that a metals and miners bottom is in. Silver, follow through here as well. 4 hour, not really any clear consolidation, just little hourly higher lows on the way up. Tons of space for a daily higher low next consolidation. Bulls looking for metals entries. Bulls looking for swing trade entries. You got to be patient. It might be a couple more days of green, but got to be patient and wait for the trade to come to you versus chasing in prolonged, longer-term downtrends. But again, the names I'm interested in bullish, CCJ, Silver, GDXJ, Netflix, Bitcoin are the main ones that I'm interested in right now. And as I said during my live stream today, I haven't been making a lot of money to the upside the last 2 days, but being open to the bulls, recognizing all the clues, has helped me from losing money by sticking with my same consistent bearish outlook that I had had the 2 weeks prior. So again, just one day at a time. If you're not losing money on the day, that's a win. Just patiently waiting for the opportunity to present itself to you. For aggressive bulls, that opportunity was on hourly consolidation and 5-minute oversold conditions. For more patient bulls, it's going to be on daily consolidation. Oil, daily uptrend continuation, higher low and higher high, 89.63 key level. Inventory report tomorrow, 86.68 broke, not very convincingly, but clear 4-hour and daily uptrend on oil. And natural gas trying to be a laggard here. So again, all our commodities, stocks, crypto, they're all bouncing. Natural gas is not. So natural gas is trying to play some catch up here. We just double bottomed. Now bulls need to get over 694, 703, and 712 if this daily bounce is going to get some movement going. And again, we're watching for monthly EMA to try and hold. Monthly EMA 12, which has held the last few tests. Trying to hold again this month with a long month to go. So overall, hourly uptrend is our short-term guide. When it's lost, we look for daily consolidation. Definitely only looking for short-term bull trades up here at these levels with how extended the futures charts are on the 4-hour time frame. And continuing to watch the dollar very closely and weekly EMA 12. Because if monthly consolidation shapes up for the dollar, I'm going to expect these rallies in all these commodities and stocks and crypto to continue. Keeping an eye on Bitcoin overnight because it's battling daily resistance here. 20.2 and 20.4 are the highest levels we've seen in the last month. Well, 3 weeks. And we're testing them right now. We broke one level this morning, and now we're just sitting right under 20.4. Increasing bull volume if 20.4 breaks. Highest level in 3 weeks will be noteworthy. So again, determine what time frame matters most to you. If you're a day trader, then you care about a lot different things than if you're a swing trader looking at weekly charts. A day trader is pumped about this bull move and definitely looking a lot more bullish than a weekly swing trader is right now. All right. Hope you're well. Don't forget to do good things. We've got a nice clear hourly support established midday today as a guide tomorrow. I'd love a gap up open to be looking bearish. And then I would be looking bullish for a 4-hour higher low from there. So same thing today. I started this morning looking bearish. I got stopped out on my initial low-risk top fish attempt on CGC. And I said, all right, that's my attempt. And I'm just going to sit on my hands and be patient and wait for signs of weakness. We then had a little bit of a rising wedge type of pattern. A little double top at the high of the day before we rolled over. So there was a little bit of bear opportunity and then that bounce opportunity. And again, my mistake today was not holding that bounce further because I did play with a decent bit of size, a little bit more than usual, just because I was playing QQQ and I was watching SPY hitting 5-minute oversold and QQQ's 2-minute RSI was in the teens and the 1-minute RSI was also entering the teens. So I went a little bit more aggressive there, but out too soon. We'll get them tomorrow. Do good things. Maybe I'll see you in the Trader Pro Crypto Alert webinar. Squirrel's burying his nut. This morning, came out to put birdseed out and there were 2 female deers and 3 babies. They like eating one of the plants that grows in the pond, so they always go in the edge of it. And they made their way around the yard. Saw one the other morning that made a big leap across the creek effortlessly.